Welcome to Everything But the Kitchen Dink, the podcast where we discuss all things pickleball with your hosts, Rob and Andy.
Welcome back to Everything But the Kitchen Dink. I'm Rob.
I'm Andy. Welcome back, everybody. We are buzzing today.
Yeah, we're very upbeat.
This could possibly be the most upbeat episode. This is episode 136. I'm going to predict this is going to be the most upbeat episode we have ever had.
It's amazing, actually. Number one, that we're upbeat. And number two, that so much has happened in such a short space of time. You know, the pickleball world seems to just, I don't know, things just happen all the time.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. There's so much to talk about.
Because when I was looking over the notes earlier today, and I thought, have we skipped a week?
No.
I've got so much to talk about.
I know.
And I don't think we're going to get through it all.
Can you stop shaking the table?
I'm just so excited.
Okay, well, let's start with talking about our week and where we have come to in our pickleball journey, because
we are back, baby.
Yes.
Moving on up.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting back to where we were when we sort of, obviously we had a lot of time out and stuff going on. And I feel like now we're playing regularly again. And it just shows you that playing regularly does improve your game. But it doesn't improve your game. We'll get onto it later.
We'll get onto that.
It doesn't improve your game enough.
I feel so warm inside, which is the first time because you never
put the Guinness.
Well, it's not the heating because you never put the heat on.
It's gorgeous out.
It's not good. It's gorgeous out, but it's freezing.
It's not cold.
But I just feel so warm inside because I know that when we started this, let's call this a little journey that we started from our. Let's go back to October when we basically stopped playing for a few months, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bar a smattering of play here and there. Let's call that a new journey from October to now. And we knew from January onwards, it was going to be a tough couple of months. And it has been. You know, and in that, we go and do a tournament totally unprepared. And I do feel now that we're coming out the other side, and I'm really excited.
Well, we've got another tournament booked now, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, May the 10th.
Yeah, so I'm excited about doing that.
Because it'll be nice to actually do one now where we are a bit more prepared.
Yeah, exactly. So my Thursday, were you not there Thursday night, were you?
After the last podcast, yes, I was there Thursday. Now, this was the first sort of signs of a turning point for us. Going through those sessions, we've had a few Thursday sessions where we've been battered, really. Not always played terrible, but we've been battered. We've also been in positions where we've played well and almost won games, and 3 or 4 times got to match point, which we mentioned, and just not really had it to get through. And last Thursday, there was a marked increase in our performance that was really nice to see. We won more games than I think we played 10 games. We won 6. And it was just really pleasing. That was the first time since October that we'd gone away really feeling like, you know, this is it now. We've you know, we can get to where we want to be.
I still feel that we're still playing without any real strategy in our game. I mean, we do have a bit of strategy, but I feel like we need.
But you've got to get.
We need to start now having patterns of play.
Okay, but have you got to? We had to get to this point first.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
This was the thing. We can't have the patterns of play when we're so rusty. I don't think there are no patterns of play. We know. I feel like we're at the point now where, when we do our shots, we know what we want to do. Yes, we've got to marry up what you're planning to do and what I'm planning to do. But I feel like I'm getting to the point now where, in a situation, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but it's more of knowing what your partner's going to do.
Yes, but I feel that there's a common chemistry there anyway, where sometimes we know what the other person's going to do.
Yeah, but I just think that we need to now start structuring like discuss maybe before a shot or a point.
Yeah.
What the other person thinking to do.
Yeah.
Now it's not always going to work because it depends on what kind of ball you get. You know, you can't always do what you want to do. But I just think we need to start discussing patterns of play a bit more, which is going to help us sort of progress a bit further as well.
Yeah, and I think
that Thursday night was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was. I mean, it's just great playing. I know I keep harping on about it, but playing on an outdoor court with outdoor balls is just fantastic.
It really is.
I mean, going back to just playing on Tuesday night, and I feel like I don't get the same power, and I don't get the same. I don't know. It's a different game playing indoor and outdoor.
It is a different game, but you know what? We're going to be doing this for the foreseeable future. I know we've now got an outdoor court to play on, and that's great. And the Nationals and the Open and the major tournaments are all on either tennis courts or proper courts. But we do have tournaments now and again that are on wooden courts. And I don't think we can totally discount wooden courts yet.
I'm not discounting it, but I don't enjoy it.
No, I agree.
It. I enjoy playing.
It's not that
pickleball.
You don't enjoy it. It's just not. I said to somebody last night, it's really, you know, you've been playing on hard courts a lot, outdoor courts a lot, and you come back to playing on wooden courts. It is a different game.
Yeah,
it's like a completely different game, but it isn't really, because there are similarities. Yes, the ball is different. It hits differently. The bounce is different. But sometimes I feel like we make an excuse.
No, for me, I just enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Like on the outdoor courts.
It feels
better to me. The game feels like it's the game how it should be played. When I play indoor pickleball, I feel like I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. And yes, I've got to enjoy what we've got at the moment. But for me, ideally, I would like to always be playing on the same kind of surface with the same kind of ball.
But it is coming.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just going from one to the other all the time. I just don't like it. I just would prefer to play constant.
Yeah,
you know, on the outdoor.
And I think going to Blackburn, we thought it was going to be a nightmare, but you know, we generally have a good journey out and a good journey back. The traffic's not too terrible.
Yeah, it's not awful. Know. And then I went and played on. You weren't there on Saturday morning, and I went again. Just four of us, and we played. It must have been 2.5 hours play because we got there early, and it was like non-stop. And it was
how many hours?
About 2.5 hours.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it was incredible. Like I was buzzing when I came out from there because number one, I played brilliantly. Number two, I didn't play with you. No, I'm only joking. It was just great. You know, when you come out and you know that you've played well and you know you've had great games and you know you've had a good workout, there's nothing better. It's actually like a drug. It feels like a drug.
There's nothing like it. And you know,
it's like my endorphins and everything was on a high. I came out and I was just buzzing.
Yeah. I know I was away for the weekend. I went to a lovely village called Eccleshall in Stafford. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Probably a bit too posh for me.
Really?
Yeah. But it was really nice. So I had a weekend away, and when we were coming out into the car park on Thursday night, and the discussion was for Saturday, it was a very strange feeling for me because I was absolutely delighted over the next 24 hours when you arranged that game. I was really happy that a game was going on. I was happy that you could continue the progression back into normality.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy with where I'm going at the moment that it didn't actually bother me missing that weekend. You know, that Saturday session, I was so comfortable, maybe because I know I've got a Tuesday and a Thursday coming up the following week, but I was actually really pleased for you that you would get another good session.
Yeah.
I was happy for the break. I'm really happy with where I'm at. So I wasn't, you know, in times where you know, when you have a bad night, generally you just want to get back on there and fix it. Like after a bad defeat, you just want to get another win.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, I don't remember being in this position before.
It's great that it's great that you feel that way, that you feel like, you know, you're not bothered if you miss a session because you're getting back to where you want to be. For me, I just have a concern of playing too much.
I don't think that's. I don't think playing twice a week is too much.
Well, it was 3 times.
But let's face it, if we're not going to get 3 times a week just because we're busy in our lives.
No.
But I don't think playing 3 times a week is going to cause any problems. What's going to cause a problem is when we end up having a local facility and I want to play every day.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But then we can go and we can drill for an hour. We don't have to put the pressure on.
Let's just pray for a local facility, and then, you know, things are great. But going back to the Saturday session, it was just brilliant.
Dear Heavenly Father.
The guys we played against, really good standard as well.
Yeah.
You know, everyone
also hit the ball really hard, which is great practice for us.
And it's a really good standard. And it was just great. And I was buzzing. And then went back to Tuesday, just gone. And it was a bit of a come down almost, because
I know what you mean. It's great fun. We do love
I do love the
people
Tuesdays.
on the Tuesday.
I love the social.
And also, you know,
I have to take it for what it is.
I was thinking about this after what you said last night when you know, saying again about how it's hard playing on the wooden floors, but it also gives us the opportunity to play other people as well, which we don't get the other nights. And that is important, because we were also saying that when you play the same people, as much as it's fantastic practice for us,
you get to know their ways, don't you? You
start to almost predict what they're going to do. And maybe you need to come away from that once a week as well.
Yeah.
But just also, I mean, I guess you didn't. Did you have any? You know, we like the journey there and back. Did you get any eventful? Anything happen? Did you go on your own? Was it 2 of you in the car?
Oh no,
because we had a nice fun journey. You know, our journeys there and back.
I went
great,
with a friend. So
do you remember having traffic light chats and stuff like that?
What is it when you see someone at the traffic lights?
Yeah.
You know, and you end up not speaking almost, and you mime the words. You say, like, you say your window's open, but you're like. But you're miming it. You're not speaking.
We were having a chat at the traffic lights, weren't we?
We were having a chat, and then it's like, what do you say? Because you've just been with that person for 2 hours, and it's like,
and beaten them.
Yeah,
and I could tell he was looking at the traffic lights, like, are you changing to green yet?
Yeah, it's always awkward, that traffic light conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've done it many a time where I've just I've not like spoken the words out of my mouth, and I've just like said the words but not said the words. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I tend to.
Like, you always mime it, like you say, like, you know, you've left your hazards on to somebody, but you don't speak, and you go,
and then all of a sudden you're looking for your window, like, that you've put up and down hundreds and hundreds of times, and it's like you can't find where, and then the back window goes down instead.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Window banter, eh?
Yeah. But it's just all good at the moment. And, you know, to my mixed partner in Rotter, if you're listening,
she's not.
I know we're just struggling to get together to practice, but don't worry. I'm awesome at the moment. Don't worry, it's going to be
fine.
By
June, things could have changed.
Do you know, it's only a couple of months. I mean, we must mention Rotter every week. I'm so excited.
It's flying by.
It has become a real premier tournament.
It really has, and there's some great names going over. Louis Laville, besides us, you know, Molly. There's loads of really top players going over. I can't wait to do a podcast
from there.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm very excited to go. I actually really am excited. Can't wait just to see everybody. And the social side of it there is brilliant.
It is unbelievable.
They run a really good tournament out there. I'm hoping to win.
Unless you win a medal, and then do you remember last year we stood around
we
stood around medals?
Yeah, in 30-degree heat. I'm actually waiting. I want another bag, so I need to win a medal to get another bag. Okay. So that's on you.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be tough, but I'm confident.
Can't wait. You know. I'm very excited. Again, it's just to play outdoors.
Are you not wondering that somebody's body snatched me?
Yeah, who is this, Andy? I don't recognize this guy.
Because you know what? Playing is the answer. You know, I knew at the time, just playing, we couldn't even play regularly. That's the problem. That's half our battle.
I think for you have a real confidence thing, and I think when you're not playing well, it really gets you down. It gets in your head.
But when I can't play enough to play, do you feel that in pickleball you can play yourself out of a slump? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
yeah, absolutely.
I played myself out of a slump.
I think that's 100% true. I think you can play like one session, you can be awesome, and that's your slump over.
Yeah.
You know, as I get my analogy is a football striker, you know, when they can't score for ages and then all of a sudden they get a goal and it's like, whoa, you know, I'm scoring now every week.
And in that time, you know, I'm sure there's times where somebody is scared to go back on the field, you know, in case that continues.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, you've done really well. I'm happy for you because I don't like to see you like down in the dumps. So I'm pleased that you've got your mojo back and hopefully it will carry on and we can sort of build from this now moving forward.
Yeah. And I'm excited.
On Tuesday night, something happened that's never happened to me before.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, you're talking about your serve?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to come on to that.
Oh, okay.
We're going to come on to that because oh, no. Have you just read it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I put it later. That? Yeah, go on. Yeah,
someone called me for an illegal serve. Now,
I've thought that for a long, long time.
Oh, do me a favor. I've been playing pickleball for probably 4 years. I don't think I've ever done an illegal serve. My serve is so normal coming from below the waist. You know, my paddle's even facing downwards as I serve.
And you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's illegal. No one calls it anyway, apart from you. But you've been playing 4 years and it's been called once.
Yeah. But I think this person seems to call everybody's serve
she
illegal.
does. He or she does.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
So I took it as nothing. I actually said to you, I said to them, look, I've never done an illegal serve in 4 years of playing. I'm not going to start now. So
I think what I would say, and we've mentioned this in the past, that if anybody questions your serve in rec play, it's rec play.
I saw a video with Ron Ponder. I must send it you about serving. Ron Ponder, if you don't know, is a real top referee in pickleball. And there was a video showing a serve, and it was literally so close to being legal and illegal.
Yeah.
It was a side-on serve, and it was the slight adjustment of the paddle that made it legal or illegal. And, you know, he said, look, it's fine margins. It's fine margins.
Yeah, but it's so fine that no referee's going to call.
No, they're not. And my serve comes from the paddle facing downwards. It doesn't come from the side anyway.
Your serve is not illegal. No. I mean, maybe we should record it and let people judge it, but it's not. I'd never thought of your serve as borderline.
No, not one bit.
However, what you should have followed up with is saying, look, it's rec play.
Well, no, because whether it's rec play or not, I'm not doing an illegal serve. My serve's not illegal. End of story.
Yeah, but stop calling people serves in rec play in general. It's ridiculous. We're trying to have fun.
I know.
That's not pickleball. That's the dark side of pickleball.
Oh, there's a darker side we'll talk about a bit later on.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What's next?
I'm just buzzing. Just buzzing. It's just great. I can't wait. We're playing again tomorrow night.
What about Anna Bright? Because I sent you a video about Anna Bright talking, and do you want to tell us what she was saying?
Yeah, basically talking about the plateau. I mean, if you don't know who Anna Bright is, she's actually the number 2 in the world, behind Anna Lee, who is long time the number 1 and will be. But she was basically saying, we've had the conversations. So I know we've talked about this a few times. More sort of a debate, saying. We've had lots of people saying drilling isn't as important, but we've had a lot of top coaches say drilling is important. And she's basically saying that you will plateau if you don't drill. Yeah. Now, we did on Tuesday night, for our club session, we got there early and did half an hour drilling. And immediately within that half an hour, we both felt so much better.
Yeah.
And she's saying that you're going to plateau if you don't drill. I'm sure there's a few exceptions if you're an amazing tennis player or, but generally.
Well, let's just look at this because any sport that you do, to get better, you have to drill. You know, any tennis player out there, they don't just go on the court and they're wonderful. They practice and practice and practice.
Well, any professional sport, they practice more than they play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you want to be better at anything, you have to do the practice. Now, yes, it's difficult because obviously everybody wants to play because pickleball is such an amazing game. You just want to play and have fun. But if you want to improve, then you have to do the drilling. Obviously, that's going to take up another session or another night in your week. You know, if you're working and you're busy, it's not always possible. I get it. You know, it's
court really availability for us has always been the issue. So if we can only play once a week, we're not going to drill. But now we're playing 2 or 3 times a week.
But for people out there as well that are working and they want to get better, but they don't have the time to drill, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, I really understand that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've got to just go to the session and play and try and practice your shots. That's all you can do because you haven't got time to go to another session.
Yeah.
You know, people have busy lives. They've got wives, kids, dogs, whatever. So yeah, I get it. But obviously the only way that you're going to improve is by drilling your shots, because obviously you can hit repetition of shots so many more times than you can in a game. So drilling is the only way that you can get over that plateau. And Anna Bright is 100% right in what she says, that you've got to drill to get better.
And I'm excited. I'm really excited to drill, but we had to get to this point
the problem
where we started playing regularly.
We're playing regularly now, but then how are we going to fit in the drilling as well?
Well, I'll tell you how we'll fit it in, because if we've got 2 or 3 sessions, and you know, there's been times where we've not had 4 people, so we've just not played. But that's never going to happen again.
No. So
we will make the effort.
We'll drill.
And I just want to go on to, I'm just going to skip ahead. But, you know, Andre Agassi, who has become an amazing ambassador for the sport.
He really has.
I see videos of him all the time doing interviews about how amazing pickleball is, how it's changed his life, not only on the pickleball court, but how his whole family is playing pickleball, and from a social aspect, and how he's meeting new people. You know, it must be very hard for somebody as famous as him to just meet new people, because you don't know what people want out of you. But pickleball has given him that. He's constantly saying how it's changed his family life for the better. And it's unbelievable. And this is what people don't see. You know, we were in Blackburn, which is a paddle club with a makeshift pickleball court. Let's call it that. Yeah. It's the best we've got, but it's a makeshift pickleball court. And I can see now, I've been there a few times, that people are clearly playing paddle because they think it's the cool thing to do.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You know, most of the games that I see there, and believe me, I'm not slagging off paddle. And I do believe that paddle and pickleball should be alongside. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because the perception is so far out that paddle is superior. People make fun of us. I see paddle players all the time, and they make fun of us for it being an old sport for pickleball. And I've seen that in paddle, and I don't get it. And every time I come away from Blackburn, I come away and I say to you, I don't get it.
No,
the
because
perception of pickleball.
There's people there just hitting the ball over the net, and they're not even playing the game. It's almost like they're just there because
the other night their ball was more on our court than it was on theirs.
I know. It was a joke. Yeah.
And it's a shame that it's great that these people are out there playing something. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And if pickleball wasn't being ridiculed by paddle players, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, you know, I don't think it's every paddle player that ridicules pickleball, but I think that we've said it before. You know, it's funny because I sent you a video this week with Gary Neville.
Yes.
And Gary Neville said, what's one thing that you hate or you don't like
that everybody loves?
That everybody loves. And he said paddle, which was very interesting. And I put a comment saying, have you tried pickleball? Obviously I got no reply. But it's interesting. It's like paddle is like, if you're talking to people, it's like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I play paddle. And it's almost like it's just cool. But when they're on the court, a lot of these people, they're not very good. they're very average. Again, I've got nothing against paddle. I'm all an advocate for people just getting out and doing some sort of exercise and playing some.
And that's great. In the same way that I would never have this conversation about badminton. If you want to play badminton, play badminton. But badminton players are not taking the piss out of us.
No.
And Agassi goes on to say that somebody asked him the question: is pickleball's not a sport? What's your take on that? And he's saying that anybody who is saying that has never played pickleball.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. So this is the problem. This is a UK issue. Don't get me wrong.
I think he said that you can have a drink and you can play pool, and you can have a drink and you can play darts. He said if you have a drink and play pickleball, you're throwing up. He said,
but the beauty of it is, and this is what he said, is that this is the best thing about pickleball. You can be as good as you want to put in. You can get
as much
out.
effort as you want.
Yes. So you can go and you can have fun, and you can be those people who have a very low standard and just have fun.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Absolutely.
But you can be as good as you want to be.
Correct.
With what you put in. And that's what I love about pickleball. And that's what the perception of pickleball in this country
is missing. And that
sort
of goes back to the point that we're making, that the more you put in, well, anything in life, the more you put in, the more you get out.
But I couldn't go and play 3 times a week and get better at tennis or squash. I'd have to put 7 days a week in and a lot more hours.
I don't know.
To get to the level. I think pickleball allows you to get to a higher level
quicker than any
quicker. Yeah, which is not a bad thing. It doesn't put down pickleball.
No, not at all. Not at all. And yeah, I agree. I think you can get to a certain level just playing and playing and playing. But as we said earlier,
I think it shows the accessibility of pickleball.
Yeah, you have to do the drilling to get to a better level. Absolutely.
Yes, but I can't pick up and play tennis.
No, without having lessons. And,
exactly.
And have the fun that you have playing pickleball.
Yeah. So
I mean, the amount of laughter on Tuesday night that we had.
Oh,
I'm
just brilliant.
Constantly laughing on the court.
Yeah,
and it's just great. You some crazy shots going on, and talking about crazy shots, it leads me nicely into Eric. Can't say his second name. Eric Onkins. I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, it's been a viral clip going around that he was playing pickleball and someone played a shot. It hit the net and dropped, and he hits it up, and then he blows the ball over the net.
So instead of hitting it over, he obviously felt that he couldn't get it straight over in one go.
So he hits it up and then blows it over.
I mean, the speed of thought is unbelievable there. I don't think anybody else would have thought of that.
Everybody said it was the most amazing thing, and it wasn't illegal, and it was a great shot.
So basically, the ball comes straight up, but the only way it's going over is with another hit.
Yeah. There was no other way of getting over. There was no other way.
So he blew the ball over.
Now, I've tried this. Just in practice.
I wondered.
I couldn't blow it.
I had to watch it quite a few times because I thought he must have touched it. He must have pushed it over with his mouth.
Because you can't blow. I tried blowing it. It didn't move. It did not move. So whether he had the wind on his side.
Were you using an outdoor ball?
Yes. But he was properly outdoors. I'm playing indoors with outdoor balls. So whether he had a gust of wind and it helped him. But I have tried blowing the ball over the net and it does not work. Anyway, he went on to do it again.
He did it again? I did not know that.
Well, this is the whole point. He did it again and he got slammed by the referee. He got told off. He said it's not sportsmanlike. It's against the rules.
Oh, I don't agree
And they really came down hard on him.
What do you think? Do you think it's bad sportsmanship?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's just very clever and very quick thinking. I mean, I don't know how he did it. He must have the lungs of a bloody, I don't know, but the strength to blow that ball over the net was just incredible. So I don't know how he did it.
Do you think it's going to
But he's done it twice
a rule
now.
change?
Yeah, I think they'll stop it. Because is it unsportsmanlike?
I don't. I think it's amazing. I think it's genius.
I do.
I really do. And I think anybody who says it's not is probably just jealous.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got the lungs that he's got, that's for sure.
No, that's true. Well, is he a young guy?
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyone's younger than us.
I mean, you're struggling to breathe in the morning when you wake up. Which is interesting because I don't know how you find your fitness at the moment, but I find that,
it's okay.
It's just, I just find I'm barely even sweating now. It's just,
I don't sweat, but I feel like out of breath by the end of the session. Like I'm not out of breath, but just tired.
Yeah, I mean, I do sweat a little, but I'm not sweating. I mean, I guess again, it comes down to what you put in. I've started going on the bike again, to get a little bit of extra fitness, and it's just a case of how much do you want it.
The thing is, like, you play in a competition, you don't do what we do in a 2-hour session. In a competition, you'll play a match and then you'll sit around for half an hour before you play another one. Whereas we play 2 hours or 2.5 hours in some cases. Solid pickleball.
Yeah.
And quite physical pickleball. So it is draining.
It is.
So I think the more you do it, the better your fitness will get.
Yeah. I agree. I just think, I've noticed this. In fact, I might as well go on to this now.
Yeah.
We talked about the drop shot last week.
Yes, we did.
And something that came to mind is I've noticed that have you seen people who are doing a drop serve?
Yeah.
So they're trying to catch you out.
You mean a short serve?
Yes. A short serve, but it's almost like a drop shot.
So a serve that's basically just clears the kitchen line.
Yes.
So you'll have to run it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know that there's a lot of coaches that say the drop shot in general is a no-no. Now I've been practicing that, and you'll notice last night that I did a great one again. Now I can do some, and they are awful, and they drop about 2 foot above the net. But sometimes, if you get it right, it's a winner.
There's a guy at the club who does it really well, and he does it quite often.
Yeah,
and it's always a winner.
It's a great weapon. But a lot of coaches say don't do it, and you've said it in the past. It brings people into the net.
It does bring people in, but I guess it depends of what age group you're playing. Because if you're doing it and you're playing 18-year-old plus up to 35s, they're going to get there.
I disagree, because if you do a good shot, and even if they get there, we've seen it.
Yeah, they can hit it up.
They tend to pop it up even if they get there. Yeah. Now, one thing that I've seen emerging is the drop serve. Now, I would totally discourage that. And this is how I knew my fitness was getting better, because it's easy to get to a drop serve. If you're focused and somebody
when
drops...
When you say drop serve, you're not talking about dropping the ball and serving. You're talking about a short serve.
Yes.
So
I'm talking like a drop shot.
You're talking like a short serve. A short serve. Yeah.
So basically what they're trying to do is they're just trying to catch you out by dropping it really short. But if you're focused, you get into it.
But it's also a risky shot.
You're bringing them into the net.
Yeah, it's a risky shot.
So I would advise, do not do that.
It's a very risky shot, because half the time you might not clear the kitchen line and it's going to be out. So, you've got to really, to get it short, you've literally got to get it just past the kitchen line.
50% of the time it drops short as well, as in it doesn't clear the kitchen.
Exactly. So that's why it's not recommended.
So don't do that. No. If you're one of those, don't do it. It doesn't work. It might work 1 in 50.
Yeah.
If the other person's not focused.
What we are seeing more and more in pickleball is the lob. That's coming into pickleball quite a lot.
I see it quite a lot, and I'm practicing it a lot now.
And people that are good at lobs, I mean, it's a great shot because it does get you on your back foot. And if it's a good lob, it's really hard to not only get to it, but then return it with purpose.
Yes. I mean, you did one last night, didn't you? Did I lob you?
I can't remember.
I think I lobbed you, and you did amazing getting it back.
I got it back, but it was just get it back.
Yeah, but you can't really do it. And it started, we talked about this a few months ago when Anna Lee and Ben Johns were beaten with a lot of lobs. And I would recommend to anybody out there, if you're not doing it, start throwing in the lobs and practicing them a lot in rec play.
Yeah.
Because they're working.
They are. They do. They do work. You just got to do them at the right time.
Yeah, and not too often.
No.
But that is good. And, the interesting thing also is last weekend, before I went away, well, I think the US Open was last weekend. So congratulations to everyone who won medals in that. And also, to the people who went from England, good luck to you. I hope you had a great time.
Well, my ambition and thought process is I would like to go next year, if possible, to the US Open. I mean, what a great experience.
We did talk about it last year, and I think
I've got to look into it for next year.
I think getting in is
difficult.
I
don't mean just to play,
but just to go and play rec play.
Yeah, just to go
would be amazing
and experience it and watch. I'd love to go and just watch the pros play.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
So I'd love to do that next year.
I remember.
So if anyone wants to sponsor us to go to the US Open,
yeah, first class only, of course.
Of course, yeah.
But I remember messaging you saying, it's on YouTube. So I was watching it live on YouTube, which was great, and it was fantastic to watch. We saw the likes of Jack Monroe, who won a gold. Dane was in it.
I mean, I was watching it, and I did feel when I was watching it that the crowd, it wasn't massive. I felt like there was like a couple.
I have to say, I didn't notice.
I was looking at the crowd, and I thought, there's probably a couple of hundred watching the game, but I was a bit upset because I thought,
I can't say I noticed. I was
Is
fixated
it because
on the games.
The stadiums aren't big enough? Is it because
maybe they don't hold that much?
Maybe they don't hold that many,
or maybe there's so many games to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just a thought that
I'll bear that in mind next time.
Yeah.
But, what was interesting for me is it was great watching the top level pickleball.
Yeah.
But they make a lot of mistakes, and it does put things in perspective.
It does. They do make mistakes.
I felt like, well, you know what? We beat ourselves up time and time again for putting a third shot into the net or just a return, and it happens a lot.
Yeah, mistakes are going to happen. It's how you deal with those mistakes.
Now, there's one other thing.
Yeah,
that is also makes me feel better. There are some awful calls.
Oh yes, I know. I've seen quite a few bad ones.
Yeah. Now there are some.
Makes me feel better.
Like you wouldn't even fit in. Your calls are like perfect compared. It's just unbelievable. Some of the calls I saw, and I'm just looking. I've got one here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this.
Was it the Annalee one? Where it was clearly, there was one where it was clearly in and they called it out.
Now, this is the problem. Yeah, this is it. I'm gonna play this for you now.
Yeah.
To watch.
Right. Okay. But people listening can't see it.
No, but you could talk us through it, can't you?
Okay. So
I've got no internet. Anyway, forget that.
Okay.
Anyway, so this was at match point. It was an overhead. It was fired. It was called. It was well in, probably a foot in. It went so fast that it was called out. It was game over. Now, that to me was really disappointing.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here because how many times in rec play in tournaments has the ball been smashed so hard? And I've seen it as out. Someone else has seen it as in.
Right. I get you.
But at this level, I get it that they've got videos and recordings. Surely they can just refer to it.
I'm not counting the money, but they're doing all right, should we say?
Yeah.
They can afford to have video replay on all the main courts.
I agree.
And I thought
do they not have
really
it?
Well, they obviously don't, because it was called the ones who called it out.
Yeah.
The referee was basically saying, "Well, it's your call."
Yeah, it's got to change.
That's bang out of order, and that is not good for the sport.
Having you saying it's your call does not work for pickleball. It's got to be refed, and it's got to be refed properly. How many times can to say to somebody it's your call?
No.
It doesn't work.
No. Can you imagine a referee for a penalty?
Exactly.
In football saying it's your call.
Yeah. Is it a penalty? Yeah. Exactly. It doesn't work.
I don't think there's any need for it. Yes, on a local level, on a small tournament level, it's going to happen. It is what it is.
But this was in the US Open.
Yeah.
It's got to be
honestly
refereed properly.
Look this up.
Yeah.
It was so blatantly bad. And granted, in real time, you wouldn't have known.
No,
but if you don't know, you have to give the benefit of the doubt. But when there's such high stakes, there's got to be pickleball has got to be better at this.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Let's move on from bad calls, because there's been a massive update from DUPR.
Yes, there has.
Which is absolutely...
We're going to have a positive DUPR report, aren't we?
Well, it's It's incredible. In fact, let me just go on my DUPR while we do this, because
do you know what? Yes,
it's really interesting.
There's been an age update, hasn't there, as well?
There's been an age update and there's been a career high update. So,
which I have to say, I love.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something about this in a minute. So, my DUPR is now down to 3.855, which is ridiculous. But my career high is 4.469, so nearly a 4.5. But the age-based rating is 4.1. Again, still ridiculous, but anyway.
Wait, so where's the age-based rating?
Yeah, age-based 50 plus.
Okay, so it's showing you as a 3.855.
Yes.
But based on your 50 plus, it's a 4.1.
4.1.
Now that's brilliant, because for years we've been saying how we would push ourselves and play against the younger people in an open tournament, and we get battered and we'd suffer for that.
So this is fantastic.
I really, really love.
Really,
like I'm choking up.
You are, aren't you? So that's fantastic that we've got that now, because I've been asking for this for a long time. So it makes you go into tournaments feeling a bit better when you're playing youngsters.
I've not got that on mine.
You have. So let me go to yours, players, Andy.
But it's not on my app. Do we have to?
What do you mean it's not on your app?
I've got an update. Right. So just note to everybody, you need to update your DUPR app in your app store.
I never updated mine.
Well, mine's not showing. Mine's still showing the old one.
So your career high is 4.252 and your age based is 4.2.
Right. So I've got the new version now. So yeah, I'm a 3.956 with a career high of 252, which I think is really important to have.
Yeah. I think it's
because
great.
Various factors can show
stop you right
why
there.
It's go on.
So you know the PPL are doing this new tryout thing where you can go to the tryouts and they're asking for the masters to have a DUPR of 4.4.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this last week.
So I emailed them and said, now that my career high was nearly a 4.5. Does that mean that I can put my name in for selection?
Yeah.
The email back was, and I'll read you the email back from them because I've got it right here, which was interestingly disappointing in my opinion. Hi, Rob. We didn't know that this update was coming, but I hope you can understand that a career high is a very different thing to a current rating. So no, we will not be using career high rating as an eligibility requirement. Can't speak. It's like Guinness.
It's like trajectory.
Yeah, which I found quite disappointing because you're obviously current DUPR doesn't mean very much.
I can see both sides of it because obviously there's so many factors. Injury, for example.
Yeah, there's loads of factors.
Mixed partner not being available or a new mixed partner. So many factors go into it. Lack of play.
Yeah.
Smaller tournaments where the DUPR can, so many things affect your rating that I think that's really unfair. However, if you were a 4.5,
yes,
and you're now a 3.9,
currently,
I know it's difficult because they're just taking a snapshot, and it could take somebody a long time to go back to a 4.5 from a 3.9, and you could be playing 4.5 pickleball in that time. But I guess from their point of view, they've got to have a way of determining it, haven't they?
It's depressing for me.
It's not depressing.
It is, because it's frustrating because I know that my rating isn't my true rating. So how do I get past that?
But it does say in your DUPR that your 50 plus rating is higher.
Yeah, but
and you're talking about a 50 plus.
But even that is not right. I don't even agree with that.
Unfortunately, you're not going to get a perfect system, and
you're not.
The problem is,
but it's getting better, which is
when you played in the nationals, you played with somebody who had a high rating, but who hadn't played for a couple of years properly.
Yes,
and when
that's my whole point is like until they take your partner into account, then you're never going to be right.
But what else are they going to do?
I don't know.
So if they have to have a cutoff, that has to be their cutoff.
I understand that. I'm not blaming them. I just don't think that my rating is right. And
no, but I suppose, and this is also the problem.
I know I'm not a 3.88.
If you lived in America, then you would be able to put that right a lot quicker.
Yes, because I'd be playing DUPR tournaments all the time.
Unfortunately, you don't.
No, I know. And that's why it's upsetting.
Thank God for everybody, and particularly for me, you don't live in America. That's all I'd like to say on that.
Fair enough. Anyway,
but I think
better.
This is very, very positive for
absolutely
for DUPR itself. And I think I've just noticed as well.
Yeah.
I don't even know how do I get back to right. So I've also noticed that it's the app is much better.
Yeah, it gives you a record.
Your all-time record.
Yeah.
My 50 plus DUPR is just over 2 more than my general DUPR. So I'm a 3.956, but on a 50 plus, I'm a 4.2.
Exactly. So how does that work?
But I like that.
But how does that work?
Well, that's probably true.
You're a 4.2 and I'm a 4.1. So how's that right?
Well, I'm a better player, obviously.
Come on.
Oh,
that's
hurts.
where
I know it hurts.
No, but that's where it's flawed.
Look, but any rating
right.
system is never going to be able to get it right, are they?
It's wrong for me.
I don't see what
like
else
it.
DUPR could do in this instance.
Well,
as far as you're concerned,
does this stop the DUPR reset? Do people now think?
I mean, you're not going to convince me on the DUPR reset anyway.
No, but do you think people now? Let us know. Do you think, like, if you were thinking about the DUPR reset?
Yes, that's a good point.
Is this now something you're not thinking about
that is
because
a good
of
point.
this? You see, your career high is 4.252.
Yeah, which is fair.
Okay, so mine's 4.469, whatever it was, but your age based is 4.2. It's more than mine. So how does that work? Just doesn't make sense to me.
Why does it matter?
It's frustrating.
I'm sure you said you don't care about DUPR.
They're making me care about it by doing all these things all the time.
Right.
They're frustrating me.
Okay. You see, you're dragging me down. It says my average partner's 3.97.
Yeah.
But I've just noticed something else that's good on this app. And just to reiterate, you need to update to the latest version of the app. But I don't know if this was already there, but it's got a button for clubs.
It's always been there.
Has it?
Yeah.
And it shows you your local clubs and a list of all the players registered.
Yeah. And all the clubs.
So I can
go to my clubs, it shows you the ones that you're a member of.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'm at a club in Munich apparently.
Brilliant.
I don't know how I ended up in that one.
But
crazy. It's also good because you can look at nearby clubs and it like I can go. It says the Y Club in Manchester. Now I can see.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a pretty low standard there.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you're out there and you're looking for a club, you can find clubs that are more your level. So I go on David Lloyd.
Yeah.
I guess you'd be on here. Well, but there's only 5 people on here. But I guess.
See, there you go. Look at that.
Just go back
to that a minute.
Everyone's on it.
I won't be
with their DUPRs. But
just go back to those names because I know you see that one there.
Yeah.
Not a chance he's a 4.0.
Well, it does say 72%.
Yeah. Interesting though.
But then you can click into it and see why he's a 4.0.
Because where's he played his games then?
It doesn't say in his matches. It doesn't say what they are. Do you think they could be manufactured?
They're just games that he's just put in, yeah.
Right, okay. And I don't think you should be allowed to do that. I think that devalues DUPR.
Yeah, I do.
It should only be recognised tournaments. But anyway,
let's move on.
Probably our most positive DUPR unrant, if you want to call it.
I hope AI find me positive. Hunter Johnson. Do you know him?
You know what? Leave it.
Do you know Hunter?
Leave
I've left it. I've moved on. Hunter Johnson. Do you know him?
No, leave Hunter Johnson.
Oh, why?
Let's carry it over. We've got so much to talk about.
It's very quick.
All right, go
on. So he was disqualified after throwing his paddle and it struck a spectator. Now, this is something that I did. Do you remember in a tournament? I threw my paddle.
Yes, that's never slipped my mind, by the way.
Yeah, I threw my paddle and it hit a spectator.
Now, have you seen the video of him doing it?
Yes, I have.
He's a bit unfortunate.
He is. But I think, people lose their temper. I've seen players smash their rackets up.
I get it. I think what happened here, look up the clip, but if you haven't seen it, he throws it at the floor.
Yeah.
And it bounces up.
And it hits somebody.
And then it hits somebody. Not in the face. No. It just hits somebody. They weren't hurt. Yes, it can be dangerous. When you threw it,
I
hit
threw
somebody harder.
Yeah, I threw it behind me. And it
now, I honestly, when you did it, I was horrified.
Yeah, I've never done that before. I've only done it once.
Because you could have seriously hurt somebody.
Yeah, I could have. Luckily, I knew the person I hit.
And you weren't going to get disqualified because you were
nice
disqualified from the playoffs anyway by virtue of the defeat, which was the reason why you were throwing the paddle.
Was I playing with you at the time?
Yeah.
But I
what's your point?
My point is that we've all had that moment where we snap sometimes and we lose all control of our physical abilities. And sometimes you just end up either hitting the floor, hitting your partner, smashing your paddle over the head. Maybe I should have done that. But I threw mine.
Why is it that I don't know if it's me, maybe I'm sick, but
you're sick.
Somebody got hit on the head with the ball yesterday.
And you were laughing.
The whole court fell about. Why is it the funniest thing in pickleball? Not in the face, just on the top of the head.
Yeah.
It's just, anyway, I digress. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure we've all had those moments where we feel like, the rage just takes control sometimes. Now, I've got to say that this was a few years ago I did this.
How do you feel
I have never done
it now?
I feel like it was...
You've never done it since. So
no, but I feel like I wanted the game so much and I was so passionate about playing and winning. And I was so upset that we lost.
You must have been annoyed with yourself.
I don't know. I can't remember the situation, but I was so frustrated and annoyed that I let loose and I threw my paddle. I regret doing it. I won't do it again.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I won't do it again. I've never done it
since.
No,
but you can throw your paddles. You've just got to be aware of people nearby.
Yeah.
And I
wasn't thinking.
I think paddle throwing is great. I don't think it should be.
It should be a sport. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, listen, to be honest, I didn't think anyone would be watching us. So I didn't hit anyone. But we did have a few people watching.
Everyone watches us for a good laugh.
Anyway, it's something I won't do again.
But, I would say he was very unfortunate. I saw the video. It was unfortunate, but you do have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because it could have hit somebody. It could have bounced him in the face.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because they are quite hard, these paddles. So especially now they've got foam in them. They pack a punch. So don't throw your paddle is the moral of this story.
Yeah.
Before we go,
throw it in the middle of the court. That's probably your best bet.
Throw it in the middle or throw it at the net. Yeah, instead of the ball hitting the net, your paddle can hit the net. Before we go, you wanted to just...
Yeah, we're not going to have time now. That's it for this episode. But I am going to talk about
next time
Gearbox GX2 Power.
Which I've seen quite a few people using at the club.
A revelation. Now, I know you say it's not the paddle, but it has changed me. Maybe it's given me the confidence. And I'm going to be doing a review of this in the future. I just wanted to mention it. If anybody else is using this out there.
Well, you know what? I'm going to use
an unsung hero.
I'm going to give it another go. So I'll be able to give a pitch in with my review as well. So I'll give it another go at the next session.
Look forward to that. We've also got... We don't always, we don't rely on guests.
No, we don't. We've got
it's about helping everybody in our journey and hopefully people relate to it. But we have got a couple of great guests coming up who will be very helpful to your journey out there. So there's a lot of exciting things coming up.
Yeah. So keep your messages coming in. And, thanks for listening.
Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for your messages. Thanks for your support. We love you.
And don't forget, we are sponsored by the Pickleball people. If you want to grab any paddles, use our code EBTKD. You'll get 10% discount. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Take care.
Have a great week.